What if I told you that one emperor's mistake gave the British East India Company a free pass to dominate India? Meet Farrukhsiyar, the emperor who unknowingly altered India's fate. Welcome to another deep dive into history. Today, we unravel the life and turbulent reign of Muhammad Farrukhsiyar, a Mughal emperor whose story is one of ambition, betrayal, and ultimate tragedy. Farrukhsiyar was born on September 11, 1683 in Aurangabad as the son of Prince Azimul Shan and grandson of Emperor Bahadur Shah I. As a young prince, Farrukhsiyar accompanied his father to the court of the legendary Emperor Aurangzeb in 1707, gaining first-hand exposure to the grandeur and volatility of the Mughal court. By 1711, he had been declared his father's deputy, a position he held until tragedy struck. In 1712, his father was killed during the succession war following Bahadur Shah's death. But this was just the beginning of his dramatic rise to power. After the defeat and death of his father, Farrukhsiyar declared himself emperor. On January 10, 1713, near Agra, he defeated Jahandar Shah at the Battle of Samugarh. The next day, Farrukhsiyar ascended the throne as the Mughal emperor. His accession marked the beginning of what historians refer to as the later Mughal era, a time when the empire was rife with conspiracies and the central authority of the emperor began to crumble. Farrukhsiyar's reign was dominated by the Sayyid brothers, Sayyid Hasan Ali Khan and Sayyid Hussain Ali Khan, known as the Kingmakers. They became the real power behind the throne. In a dramatic move, Farrukhsiyar executed the incumbent Vizier Zulfikar with their help, replacing him with Sayyid Hasan Ali Khan as the new Vizier and Sayyid Hussain Ali Khan as the commander-in-chief. From that moment, the emperor became a mere puppet in their hands. While Farrukhsiyar attempted to reclaim his authority, his efforts were largely unsuccessful. The court was riddled with conspiracies and infighting, leading to administrative chaos. The Sikhs, Jats and Rajputs capitalized on this instability. Farrukhsiyar managed one significant military success, defeated the Sikhs in 1715. Their leader, Banda Bahadur, was captured and executed along with his followers in 1716. In the Deccan, law and order were restored under the leadership of Mubrez Khan, whom Farrukhsiyar appointed as Subedar. However, his decision in 1717 to grant the British East India Company duty-free trade rights proved disastrous. This move not only weakened the empire's economy but also laid the foundation for British dominance in India. In his final attempt to regain control, Farrukhsiyar amassed an army in Delhi to confront the Sayyid brothers. However, key allies like Asaf Jah and Sarbuland Khan refused to support him. The Sayyid brothers, backed by 10,000 Marathas, thwarted his plans. In 1719, the emperor's fate was sealed. He was overthrown, imprisoned, blinded with needles, and finally strangled to death. A tragic end for a ruler who began his reign with such ambition. After Farrukhsiyar's death, the Sayyid brothers continued their role as kingmakers, installing and removing emperors at will. However, their dominance ended in 1722 when they were executed during the reign of Muhammad Shah Rangila. Farrukhsiyar's reign symbolizes the decline of the mighty Mughal Empire, a story of power struggles, betrayal, and missed opportunities. His decisions, particularly his dealings with the British, left a lasting impact on India's history. If you enjoyed this video and want to explore more tales of history, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.